Hello, this week on Five Brilliant Things, we have the fantastic comedian and writer Bella Hole. The show went like this. Do you like water parks?
I hate water parks. Okay. The idea of my swimming costume getting caught in the mechanism and then sort of turning into a sort of Christmas ham, it'd be like death via thong. Like, that's not what I want.
No.
That's global headlines.
Yeah.
No, it's also a really good cocktail.
Yeah.
You've done some
And then
shocking gigs.
I know. I just say yes to everything. I'm like, all right. They just gave me a microphone and I didn't even have a stage. And everyone was just eating their dinner.
And in my mind's eye, they're all eating jacket potatoes.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but they're
Out of like a polystyrene little thing.
Yeah. Rasputin's cock is...
Yeah, apparently it had loads of warts on it.
Did it?
Right. And women liked that. It was all like ribbed for her pleasure.
Oh, yeah.
And I think my mum told me that. And I was like...
Anyway, enjoy school.
Anyway, your washing's at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Are we all going?
Wheels up.
Lovely. Wheels up again. Hello, Bella. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are
Very
you?
well. I haven't seen you for ages, and yet I have seen you. You've gone viral. So
I've gone viral.
But it's that that nice thing where, as sort of an old comedian, and I go, oh, we did some gigs around COVID.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I saw clips of you on Have I Got News for You, and you were really funny.
Oh, thank you. God, that's so nice. Yeah, I think it is satisfying, because it's like I'm 10 years in now. Because that was my first, opening for you was my first gig I did after COVID. And I'd been signed the week before lockdown. So I was an open mic comic. Wow. I had hardly any experience. I had maybe 7 minutes material. And then my first gig after lockdown, they were like, do you want to open for Russell Howard? And I was like, I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
I was so inexperienced, but it was great. And I appreciated the opportunity. And I think the gig went fine.
It was great.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And now here we are. We're talking about things we love. And it's a very wet day. How do you get on with the weather when it's this?
This is my favourite weather.
Is it?
I love torrential rain.
Interesting, because your top would suggest it's very kind of bouncy and happy and fun.
Yeah, but it's
There are
because it's
hearts.
raining. That's why I'm so happy. I think I associate it with not having to do PE at school.
Okay. So you
Like, it's sunny. When it's really sunny, it like triggers a lot of, because I was like a fat kid, it kind of triggers a lot of sort of chafe-related trauma, you know?
So you're a wet play girl.
I'm a wet play girl, yeah. Well, I just love, you know what I hated?
Seedy, grubby thing.
I hate old comedians, they're so creepy.
As soon as that left my mouth, I was like, oh. So you're a wet play girl. Yeah. Apologies. You know what I meant. And the very fact you took it how I meant. And
I took it how I meant, and then we all
we
realised.
reevaluated the
and
words.
And then the atmosphere in the room changed. And then you had to reevaluate your career, and then, yeah. No, I just, you know what I hated at school? I like it when it's moist outside. You know what I actually hated at school? When PE teachers were like, it was misting. And to me, I'm like, that's rain. That's unacceptable to go outside.
I love that. You're like an otter looking out the window.
Yeah, I'm like, that's
mist.
rain. That's mist. That's rain. And then the PE teacher was like, it's just mist. We can still do PE. And I'm like, what? Suddenly you're a meteorologist.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
That in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
You teach kids rounders.
Yeah, exactly.
I know the weather, and I'm 7. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? I used to love PE. But
Really?
But I also have this very, I have a memory. I'm 10. This kid had forgotten his PE kit, and he had to kind of get the lost property.
Yeah, stuff. It wasn't
God,
fitting.
and he was just in his pants.
Oh,
and
God.
it just wouldn't fit, and everyone's kind of laughing.
God, yeah, that is tough.
Lost property. Did you ever go in there? Did you ever?
I loved it in there. It was a treasure trove. You
Yeah.
know, it was like someone's old like curry stained T-shirt and like someone's dad's hoodie and loads of like old school jumpers.
It was just piss and stories in there, wasn't it?
Just piss and stories.
Yeah, there was a
and
lot
like the
going
smell of it. There's like also, you know what was weird at school is that if there was a loose school jumper, you could pick it up as a kid, smell it, and know exactly who it belonged to. I think kids must have like really heightened pheromone smells. Because I wouldn't be able to do that now with any of my friends, I don't think.
Yeah, and like,
Good.
And I smell them a lot, so.
right. Yeah, but it's kind of, I don't know. Would I be able to detect it? I think I know your smell. You're kind of very kind of like sort of whiskey and cricket bats.
Oh, you're too kind.
Yeah, top notes of whiskey.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, aside from sniffing, what is your first brilliant thing?
My first brilliant thing is pies.
Okay, lovely.
I love pies. I'm passionate about pies. I think pies are the most. God, just think about pies. They're so incredible.
Yep. I'm
I
with
love
you.
I love a pie that is enclosed.
Yeah, definitely.
Pastry around the whole thing. Don't waste my time with just a lid.
Yep.
A lid of pastry. That's not what I want. I want a full chicken pie. I just love pie. I think they're so cozy. There's something so ancient about them, like the kind of imagery of like a steaming hot pie on a windowsill in like the 18th century. There's something comforting about them. You're going to learn from this list is that I'm very pro cozy, and I'm pro inside, and I'm pro warm, and I'm pro like carbohydrates.
Yes, so that a pie does so many of those things.
A pie is
Because
everything you want.
You've very rarely eaten a pie outside,
You're very rarely eating a pie outside.
unless it's a cool down one and it's a picnic, which presumably you hate.
Yeah, no, I hate a cold. Yeah, God, no.
Oh, would you hate a cold
Gross.
pie? I quite like.
I don't like a cold pie. I think for me, sun's out, pie's in.
What's your favourite flavour? You instantly mentioned chicken.
Yeah,
there.
chicken, like a creamy chicken pie. I actually think don't add mushrooms. That's a bit of a waste of time.
Really?
I mean, I could do a chicken. I would accept it.
And are you making this or are you buying it?
I'm buying it. I can't really cook. There was a 2-year period where I just ate sort of chicken broth and mash every day and would mix it up together in a big bowl.
Okay.
I quite like just like big, wet, cozy meals.
Yes.
I like repeating things a lot. I have no neurodiversity, and I just love a pie. Cozy. You're in a pub.
Yep.
Dark wood paneling. It's raining outside, but none of your clothing is wet. You're just kind of like, it started raining after you got in there. You've maybe been a bit too cold throughout the day, and then you get in there, you suddenly warm up, and someone presents you with a nice pie.
What are you having with that pie?
I'm having mash with the pie.
Mash.
And I'm having an inordinate bucket of gravy.
Okay. Are you having those kind of like sort of really green peas?
Yeah, really green peas, or like a really leafy tender stem brock.
Like a brock? What's that?
Broccoli. Like a really.
Jesus Christ! I thought there was a new veg there. I just realised that young people are now not even saying the full word
asked.
broccoli.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You've got
My
things to do.
generation's so rubbish. Yeah, brock, tender stem brock.
Some brock, but it sounds so much cooler, doesn't it? Yeah, just some brock with that, mate.
Just some brock. Yeah. Broccoli.
Funny, innit? Broccoli. See, broccoli's one of those things. Disgusting when you're a kid, and then when you kind of reach our old age, you're like delicious.
Would you just have brock with the pie, or would you go for some cab?
I would go for some cab as well. Cab and gravy.
Any baked?
Any baked? Yeah, some baked. Yeah, for sure.
I like baked with a pie.
Yeah, I like baked with a pie. It's quite unconventional. Normally, you're thinking baked with a fry.
But would you? Okay, if you have fish and chips, would you have a pie and chips?
Yeah, I'd have a pie and chips. But if I was having, this
You
is
ever have one of those
interesting.
chicken bolty pies they have?
Oh God, they're good. But if I was eating it on the beach, I don't think I want to eat a pie on the beach. I think I want fish and chips or sausage on the beach.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. All good answers. What?
Yeah.
Listen, I want to know, Dan, because Dan normally does kind of bits of trivia alongside.
I've got everything.
Do you have the top 5 flavours of pies in this country?
In this country, I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked about this country.
Nice.
So I think there's a.
Keep it British.
I think there's a controversy.
Because you're
here.
Spanish, right? Sorry.
Don't get me going on them empanadas. So
I think number 1 will be. Can we guess?
Yeah, you can guess.
Steak and ale.
Steak and ale
kidney.
is steak and kidneys at number 5.
Okay, I would say chicken's number 1. Chicken.
Yeah,
mushroom.
but it's number 3. So yes, but no.
Right.
Okay.
Apple.
Apple is down at number 7.
Right. God. What are these?
It's super controversial because I wouldn't say this is a pie. Even though the name
So is it a
pie.
Cornish pasty?
Is it a
Cornish
shepherd's
pasty is
pie?
number 6. It's a shepherd's or
That's
cottage
not a pie. That is not a pie.
But it says pie in the name.
But that's like saying something else. You can't just call something and make it so.
Really? Because I think that's exactly how words work.
Yeah. You can't call something and make it so.
I mean, nothing came
I'm really
out
amazing
named.
everyone with my linguistic. I'm wielding language
Exactly.
like it's my clay in
I
this
tell you what,
episode.
So you got
You could see why Mrs. Johnson and Samuel split up.
Yeah.
You're wasting your life, mate.
You've got your cottage, then you've got your beef and aleses, then you've got your chickens.
So
and
hang
chickens and
on.
mushrooms,
So
yeah.
is cottage number 1?
Cottage and shepherds.
Okay.
/
But that's not for me. A pie is wet chicken or
Yeah.
wet meat engulfed in a thick duvet of pastry.
And that's your right.
And that's my right to believe, yeah.
Now, here's the thing that will blow your mind. When I was 9, I had a football party at my friend Craig's house, and his mum, Mrs. Scriven, made a lasagna pie. So that was a lasagna
Yeah. Pasta
that had
sheet.
pasta and it had a pie.
How did you feel about that emotionally?
Blew our fucking minds.
Yeah.
We didn't have those words because we were 9.
No,
We just went skill.
Yeah.
But I just
And
remember.
after a big game of football, probably
It's
amazing.
incredible, and it was in his garden, and it all like she put lines out to make it look like a pitch. It was
Oh, wow, what a good
and
mum.
it was 1-0 at half time.
Oh,
so it's such a low scoring game for 9-year-olds.
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
And then we had a
You
lasagna.
ate the pie lasagna at half time?
Sure, yeah.
And then you had to get back on the pitch?
Yeah,
God, that's heavy. That's
but
a
we were 9.
heaving 9-year-olds.
But we were 9.
Turgid with lasagna pie.
No. Well, we had a couple of fags
Yeah.
to kind of just to take the edge off it, and then we were good to go. But I think you are right. When we think traditionally a pie, we do think kind of a pastry. That being said, a shepherd's pie or a cottage pie is nice, though, isn't it? It is
Yeah,
nice.
it's nice. It's fine with a bit of grated cheddar on the top,
Yeah.
under the grill, and
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like sizzled a bit. So does that mean that pie is just protein covered in a duvet of carbs?
Well, because when you have those annoying pies that you mentioned earlier, where it's just the hat of pastry,
yeah.
and you don't have the kind of body, and they are just they're just cost cutting.
I used to do a joke that was like, if I wanted to hang out with a wet chicken in a hat, I could just text my ex-boyfriend.
Lovely.
But I don't like these pies that are just plonking, dry. It's always really dry as well, that bit
Yeah,
of pastry.
you can just lift it off.
You can lift it off and it's
Like
light.
psoriasis off a grandmother's knee.
Yeah, horrible. It's just like
Sorry,
a big
Dan.
skin flake. Old people do be flaky. That's
Yeah,
something I've
yeah,
noticed.
amen.
Yeah, amen to that.
And I could do that joke because I'd be flaking.
Yeah.
And
Are you flaking more and more these days?
No, I've just. Do you know what's funny? Because I've got psoriasis on the elbows and my knees, and my nan used to have that.
Right.
So every time I pick a scale off, I'm like, I miss that woman.
Oh, because you used
yeah.
to pick her scales off.
I would watch her.
You would watch her
and
do it. Where would she put the flakes?
I just flick them on the carpet.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and we had.
Come over here, Russ. Rub me with the leg.
Oh, hey. Isn't it funny? I've got no problem joking about anything, but there's something about joking about my nan. I'm like, no.
God. No, you mustn't.
Not Nancy Veal.
No.
Not. I can joke about Nancy, but no one else.
I did a cruise in Australia that was the worst
How
gig.
did you get booked for that?
By really bad mistake, I think.
Right.
I'd had to travel 27 hours to go to Broome, and I did a gig where the average age was like 85.
Right.
And I had to do 45 minutes.
Whoa.
And,
Whoa.
and I was maybe 22, so I didn't really have anything.
Flipping heck.
All of my stuff was about like dating, and it was all just like young girl stuff that was just not in any way like clubby. And I think I had maybe 400 walkouts, and I was watching people...
and that is, for 85-year-olds, that's a slow walk
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
That's not quickly
some
getting
people
out.
didn't walk out. I
That's-
just watched them take out their hearing aids and just sit there. But anyway,
Which is a good heckle.
then it's a great heckle. Just I can't be arsed. I'm just turning you on mute. I'm turning on mute because I can't be arsed.
Imagine
to
I'd
that.
get up.
rather be fully disabled
Yeah.
than listen to this.
It's just the image. Can you imagine that? Somebody going, take the ear aids out, and then just taking the teeth out.
Yeah,
Then
exactly.
Just removing a prosthetic
Just
leg.
get ready for bed.
This bitch.
Yeah. I'm just going to turn myself into a disabled blob because I can't be asked to absorb any of this awful woman's
imagine
content.
that. Imagine if you saw someone just slowly just jump like that. They
Into
just
the
kind of
ocean.
walk out and they're like,
Just slowly jump into the ocean because they're just like, but this is going to end in a flake-related anecdote.
okay, nice.
They cancelled all the rest of my... I was meant to do 4 shows.
On the ship.
They obviously cancelled me completely after the first one. I was like,
Right.
don't worry, I've only gotten like 2 planes and a ferry and travelled
Yeah.
27 hours.
Yeah.
So jet lagged. And instead of me, for the final 3 shows, they played a Billy Connolly DVD.
Okay.
And that went down a storm. But then I was like staying in this windowless cabin on the 14th floor. In my head, I was like, even if I bomb on the cruise, I'll be looking out at an ocean view and I'll be in Australia. And then I was like in this disgusting like cabin with no windows. And it stank of old people's sewage. And because the boat was moving like this, like it was like swaying, I would wake up and open the toilet and just someone else's just shit would be in my toilet. And
It's like that film. What's that film with all the models?
Triangle of Sadness.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
Triangle of Sadness, yeah.
Yeah.
And anyway, there was one moment that I remember so well of like being at the buffet and just sitting there and like trying not to be like, because obviously everyone had seen me completely down my ass, and so many old women were like coming up to me giving me lectures about like young women these days are so ambitious and you don't have to be.
Yeah.
You know, just cut your losses. Like maybe just you don't have to be this big, strong young thing.
Yeah.
And I watched this man, there was a big vat of cauliflower cheese, and I watched this man just scratch his head like this, and all of the flakes of his head just went straight into the cauliflower cheese.
It's a great place to get rid of your flake, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it just goes blends right in.
Yeah.
So much parmesan on this.
Yeah.
It's an exceptional place. Like if there's anyone listening and you're trying to get rid of loose skin,
Yeah, a cauliflower cheese at all you can eat buffet.
nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
So,
Oh God, it's extra salty today.
Yeah, exactly. Oh Jesus, Bruce, you fucking mongrel. Sorry about that, Alan.
Yeah.
God, that's what a booking.
Yeah.
What's the next brilliant thing?
My next brilliant thing that I love is stationery.
Mm-hmm.
I love pens, I love pencils, I love highlighters. I always have since I was
Post-it
a kid.
notes.
I love post-it notes.
Mm-hmm.
I love markers. I always have. For me, like Paper Chase has gone bust now. But for me, walking into Paper Chase or
Rest in
WH
power.
Smith, Rest in Power Paper Chase.
Yep.
For me, I think Paper Chase, the kind of things that they had, it was sort of like a fetish dungeon for nerds.
Yes, I agree with that.
Because it was like these rulers that you like slap on your wrist and it becomes like a bracelet. And like these pencil cases that you could like unzip, spiral, and they sort of like disembowel. Do you know what I mean? There were all of these like really sort of odd, deviant versions of a normal thing.
Yeah, there was just sort of an element of nerd marvel about it.
Exactly. Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
those rulers. Mad and yet genius.
And yet genius, because it's like people that love spending time around their notebook, which is what I was like very much as a kid. Like I loved like just like writing and paper and pens and stuff. And I still do. Like I still think that like some of my favourite part of being a comedian is like the writing and the like getting it really, I don't know, just like crafting something for a long time and then getting on stage. But
Is that how you work?
yeah, definitely. I think I try and like journal a lot and like write a lot of stuff, and then I think normally I go on stage with like 80% of a joke and hope that my brain gets me to the punchline. I do quite a lot of my writing on stage, I think.
Okay. And when you journal, like, is that everything and anything?
Yeah, I try and do morning pages,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is you just dump it all in the morning.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, this person's pissing me off, or this dream was weird, or I'm worried about the day because blah, blah, blah. And then I think when you've done that for long enough, it sort of just becomes this weird, you almost like write a story sometimes.
Yeah.
For the first. Do you do no morning pages?
No. Just the fear of having my brain become tangible,
Right.
and lingering around. I would be so scared that somebody would read that.
Yeah, I think I'm quite an underthinker about these things. I definitely like have had like boyfriends like sleeping in my bed with like a journal full of like hateful thoughts about them just inches away.
That's what I mean.
Inches away from their head while they're sleeping.
Yeah.
But then they're quite thoughtless boyfriends, so they're not going to look around, you know. I normally go out with people that can't read, so
Right, that's
yeah.
clever girl, clever. Yeah, but that's the thing that would put me off. But the idea of it,
You can burn them or chuck them away.
Yeah, that makes.
Shred them. I try and write with like no pressure on what I'm writing.
Yeah.
Something I've discovered recently is coloured paper. This is another thing that I love about stationery. I have like a purple notebook and a pink notebook and a blue notebook, and the colour of it makes it less intimidating to write on.
What is that? Your
That's my finding, but also I think it's a proven thing. So like if you buy like a beautiful moleskin, you open it up and you kind of think, well, I'm not good enough for this notebook.
That's interesting. Yeah. So,
Nothing I write is gonna
Yeah.
be good enough for this notebook. Whereas if it's just a scrappy little thing and it's not even a white coloured notebook, you sort of just...
Imagine how free creatively you'd be if you wrote jokes on the back of Katie Hopkins.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? You just kind of go.
Yeah.
She's so repugnant that you could just be free.
Yeah, just whatever. Just just a back. I would probably write my most brilliant stuff on the back of Katie Hopkins.
Exactly. But that's really interesting. You're so right. I also think that there's a degree of that with the venues as well. I remember being at the Birmingham Symphony Hall or Hamer Hall in Melbourne, and it's such a beautiful, resplendent, operatic room that you just go, I'm gonna say cunt in it.
Yeah, I know. And you suddenly overthink, and you suddenly reframe That's why I love like clubs, dirty comedy clubs. Like I think the best environments for stand-up are like it's dark, it stinks a bit. There are like wires kind of hanging from the ceiling. The ceiling's really low. The floor's a bit sticky. Like I love getting on stage and you can kind of hear your footsteps because there's so much beer that hasn't been cleaned.
Yeah.
And like there are like electrical wires poking out and
But I believe you're describing Top Secret.
yeah, I am describing Top Secret.
But it's not just you, right? The audience get the same thing. They like to be in somewhere that feels a bit hallowed.
I think.
But then,
Go on.
no, I was going to say, but you did the Albert Hall and you had a good time, and that's a very hallowed space.
Yeah. Well, I think what's interesting is that if you've done enough work, when the show is kind of finished or whatever, that it becomes. When people come into the Albert Hall, there's an excitement. The room creates an excitement,
Yes.
and you are in charge of the room.
Yeah.
I think if you go into a room and you're like, oh, I don't belong here.
Yeah.
But I think that takes time and experience. Where you go, no,
Totally.
it's fine for me to be here.
And
It's
if your
cool."
show is a finished product that has been like you've had it on the road for a really long time and you're really proud of it and it's definitely polished and you feel confident, whereas like doing new material, do you know what I mean, or doing anything that you're not like so comfortable with,
And yet
wouldn't
it's
work.
wildly exciting. What blows my mind is when you see comics who are kind of established just wing it in sort of arenas and theatres. Like having not done any.
Yeah, I can't.
It's just insane.
I don't
Whereas
understand that.
the feeling I get if I've got and I have a bit. Do you ever watch True Detective?
Yes, yeah.
The first one where Matthew McConaughey has the big.
Yeah.
So I have my big
Yeah.
notebook.
Would you say you're like an over preparer for gigs?
No, I'm not an over preparer, but I like to. Actually, no, I am. Of course, I am. I like to go in and say, right, I'm going to try and do 6 gigs this week.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try and make this work and that bit work.
Yeah.
And if something comes in, great.
Yeah.
But the look of fear in other people's eyes when they see me with my fat notebook.
Yeah. And they're
Going,
like,
oh my
"Oof."
God, are you all right, mate? You go,
Yeah.
and I'm just going to go up with this.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they maybe they expect a different version of me that's just going to be
Yeah.
polished or whatever. But the idea goes, you all right? Here we go.
Yeah, and I quite like that. I've been told off by so many people, like open micers, but back in the day, for like never ever have a notebook on stage because it makes the audience second guess you and whatever. But I kind of think it's quite nice and relaxed, especially if you're doing a long thing and you're trying to figure something out. I like it. Also, I think there's sort of a humorous intimacy to like failing in front of an audience that has goodwill for you and they like you because you're like, okay, well, we'll never say that again. And then that kind of creates this energy in the room of, oh, something kind of special has happened here.
Definitely. And you're being funny,
Around it.
Exactly. Yeah. So as long as I think if you kind of ignore it and just plow on. But I think if there's something really funny and vulnerable about somebody that goes, well, that was fucking shit.
Yeah.
And you're kind of
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
showing the room. It's interesting, like when you're an open spot, you get, I don't know if this happens as much, but it used to happen loads when I was a kid, that you'd sort of invariably just get these kind of old guys telling you what to do. And,
Yeah. I've had so many old men come up to me and tell me, like, stop saying like.
Oh, really?
And I say, after every joke, every punchline, I would say, because I couldn't just say the punchline and let people laugh and be silent and wait for the next thing.
Yeah.
I always had to and I do that especially when I'm doing new.
Who told you that? It better not have been Dara.
It was... Who did tell me that? I think it was Jeff Innocent actually told me that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But those things, they kind of naturally go away, don't
Yeah,
they?
they
Because
do.
he's not wrong.
No.
Because it's just a nervous tick in the same way that
Exactly.
you kind of swear loads when you've got
Yeah,
new
some people
stuff.
swear loads when they've got new stuff. I swear a bit more, definitely, when I've got new stuff. It's mainly because I'm saying, fuck, that was shit.
What is the... Imagine
This cruise is shit.
what's...
I'm gonna fucking kill myself after this. I actually did have someone tell me...
but be so great. But the material's really like pure
Yeah,
and no
yeah.
swearing. But then just after,
Yeah,
after every bit, son of a cunt. Anyway,
It's like a really innocent pun that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
just doesn't quite work, and I'm like, fuck.
that would be a funny act. I often thought, when you have those kind of mad. I obviously be a really funny character to be like this super arrogant kind of comic, right? You're on stage and you've got like quite a tight fitting blue kind of suit, and you're just being really cocky, but you've got a sort of mechanism in your trousers where clearly there's piss coming down.
Yeah.
Right? But I just think the idea,
That'd be
all right, mother, how the
perfect.
fuck are you lot?
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
just strangely fit. It's very specific, but can you imagine how much fun that would be? You know,
That would
you have
be
those
incredible.
rare moments where you kind of go that's completely different to your kind of persona on stage. You think, God, if I did that, man.
I know, I love it. I'm obsessed with these, like, I call them like American power sluts. You know, these stand-ups that are like so like
APSs.
sexually confident.
Yeah.
And they're talking about like being finger blasted. And I'm like, my persona is like weak and British and frigid. And like, I'm just like so low status, and everything I'm saying is like, I'm a worm, I was born in a bag. Like everything is like so like lowly when I'm on stage. And I'm kind of obsessed with these women that are like so like power posing, and they're so like confident. I don't know whether like Britain.
Is it funny though?
Yeah, I don't
like,
know.
but that kind of.
Because you're kind of, the audience like, woo, good for you.
Yes. Well, that's the thing, because it's sort of like, yeah, I got fingered, and you're like, great. Fantastic.
Yeah.
But
Everyone, great.
but did he have long nails?
Yeah.
Did you scream?
Yeah.
Did you projectile cum in his eye?
Yeah,
Did
exactly.
something happen?
Was he doing the brownie promise?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like...
But because comedy lingers in that kind of. I was finger blasted, and oh my God,
Yeah,
rather
yeah.
than I got finger blasted, brilliant,
Yeah.
and then da-na-na-na,
Yeah.
I find that, because beware that American whoop.
And actually, for me, if ever I tell a joke and then it gets a clap,
Oh yeah.
but you can kind of tell what kind of, either it's a clap of like, that was really good writing, that's a really good joke, or it's a clap of like, I agree with that, you've really stuck it to the man with that one, and I actually will probably take a joke like that out.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like I'd never want the audience to think that I have the right opinions.
Yeah.
For me, like, my favourite stand-ups are like, they stand on stage and all of their opinions are just abhorrent. And just like really like the blackness of their soul. They're just like scooping it out and just showing it to the audience.
Who would you say were your favourites then? Sort of like contemporaries and growing up.
Growing up, I guess as a teenager, I absolutely loved Ali Wong. I loved her because I think there was something so like radical. She was like heavily pregnant, and her material was like so blue and so gross, and she's like Asian, just not what you would expect at all from someone that like looked like her. And I like loved that.
What is your next brilliant thing?
My next brilliant thing, okay, yeah, coziness is the theme. It's duvets.
Yeah, okay.
I love duvets.
Turning yourself into a pie.
Yeah.
Yuck. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Kind of like fits with me being, what did you say earlier? I'm into wet play. Yeah,
wet play
wet
girl.
play.
I said you're a
underwear.
wet play girl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not
Copyright Russell Howard.
Yeah, let's not remind everyone of what I said. You know, and I had to fight hard not to say the word cream when pie was mentioned. I had to fight hard. A duvet. You love a duvet.
I love a duvet. I think in this country, the highest toggage you can get is 18 togs.
Okay.
That's about right, yeah.
Yeah. What toggage are you working with?
I don't know. I know my son has like, I think 1.5 in this heat.
Yeah.
And he has.
That's a slip of a thing. That's like a pancake.
Yeah, he has a vest, and then he has a sleep suit, and then he has his
Sleep suit.
Yeah, he has this other thing, and then he's doing this lovely thing at the minute where he tells me he needs a poo, so I have to get him out of all these
Of all your layers.
So it's including the nappy, it's 4 layers, and then he sits on the poo and he doesn't need a poo, and you're like, okay, darling, that's the game you're playing.
He's a wet play guy.
He's a wet play
He's
guy.
he's the boy that cried poo.
Yeah.
That's my very clever joke that I've been doing to my 2-year-old son. And anyways, so that's all I know. I don't know the toggage I've got myself.
Yeah, I think I'm working with an 18 tog.
So
It's really heavy.
Is
Yeah,
it like
it's really heavy.
Apparently, the weighted blankets are going to be very good if you've
Very
got.
good for anxiety.
That's right, isn't it? Which you would have thought would be the exact opposite.
Because it's like, I can't get away.
I can't get away, and
But then
yet
there's something quite nice about sort of just like being weighed down, and you sort of, it's quite comforting. It's kind of like you're being compressed.
wow, yeah. But you would have thought that would be the exact opposite.
No, it's quite because it's a bit like being hydraulic. Do you like this hyaluronic? What do they call hyaluronic press? Those videos.
Hydraulic press. Yes.
Hydraulic press of like an apple being crushed.
Yeah,
And
well,
when I
that
was
calms you down.
Oh, if
When
only
I was-
that was me.
Yeah, when I was a kid,
I want to be juice.
when I was a kid and I couldn't get to sleep, I would imagine. Okay, I used to watch these how it's made videos on TV. There was one of like this meat grinder, and it was like all of this meat just like shaking and going down. And I would just imagine, if I was really anxious, I would imagine when I was in bed that I was just slowly being pulverized from like my feet upwards, and I would really find it so relaxing.
Wow. Isn't that fascinating? I mean, a therapist could
Yeah.
do untold work with that, but that would calm you down. Jeez Louise. So were you quite anxious as a kid?
I guess so, yeah. Looking back, I definitely
Until you went to the abattoir.
Yeah,
and
until
then
I
you're
went to
like,
the abattoir and I was like, oh, these are my people.
Yeah.
Actually, my next show is called Mad Cow Disease, so it kind of fits, you know.
Where can we get tickets?
You can get tickets on edfringe.com. Is that the website? Yeah, it's called Mad Cow Disease. Just Google Bella Hole Mad Cow Disease.
At Bella Hole, Mad Cow Disease,
Yeah.
at the Monkey Barrel.
At the Monkey Barrel, MB1.
What time?
Oh, it's on at 12:30 if that's interesting to anyone.
Evening or...
Midday.
Lovely stuff. You got the whole day.
Yeah, first, so have a little brunch and a coffee and then book into the show.
Eggs and laughter.
Eggs and laughter.
Lovely thing.
At Edinburgh, will you need to take your 18-tog duvet with you to be able to sleep properly?
No,
Good question.
That's really interesting because what a good idea. Because actually, sometimes I'm in a foreign land with a different duvet, and I do think, God, I wish I had my duvet at home. I'm really into home comforts. My mum is really into duvets as well, and she often puts 2 18 togs in one bedsheet. So that's 36 tog.
So...
That's dangerous.
That's dangerous.
Is it?
Yeah, you have to really build up to that.
So how thick is 18? What are we dealing with?
We're dealing with it's big padding. I think it was quite overwhelming for men because men get quite hot, don't they? They sort of don't like.
They run hot.
Men run hot, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, I very often have a leg out.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit of a splayer, or I kind of coffin sleep, so I'm on my back, a bit like that.
Don't you get anxious with a leg out?
No.
What I do actually is I lift both legs up and I tuck the duvet under my ankles. Because there's something, then the monsters can't get me. I'm 27 years old. But in my head, if I have my feet exposed in the night, there is just like a sort of bald, toothless monster that is going to just start chewing on them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I can see where your brain would go.
Yeah.
And it's probably because something peculiar has happened with women's feet and the internet in the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Because I don't know any men.
No.
None of my mates would go ankles on that, and yet the internet would suggest that there's probably photos of your feet on the internet.
Yeah,
There's photos of my feet on the internet.
Are there? Do you have a wiki feet page?
No, but I got my feet out for a sketch once, and the
internet went crazy.
Yeah, it's so weird to me, but for whatever reason, so you are. It makes sense to keep them
keep them hidden.
Keep your trotters hidden.
Yeah,
If the monster's toothless, it's no problem.
No, suck them.
I just don't want the feeling of a wet gum on my toes.
Yep, correct. That takes you back to the cruise.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry about that. So a duvet. Do you take the duvet with you to the sofa to watch films?
I am a huge duvet on sofa person.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
I think duvet on sofa, you're really locked in for a good few hours there.
Yeah.
Duvet on sofa takeaway.
Yeah.
Did you eat in bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big eater in bed.
Yeah, I very often told off for that.
You look really upset.
Yeah, I didn't realise I was in the studio with a couple of fucking animals.
Well, what? So you've never eaten?
Some people have a deep problem with it, eating in bed. They think it's like truly depraved. I just like it.
No,
soup. I'll eat a big bowl of soup in bed.
What colour is your duvet?
It's dark yellow. I would say it's dark yellow.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so it sort of blends in. Well, it was white, and then now it's dark yellow.
Clever. Yeah.
Because I never wash it, and it's got covered in lumps of old chicken.
I tell you what's really
Bones on my duvet. I just wake up, there's chicken bone on my pillow.
Yeah. No, I'm like that. I used to find that in Edinburgh, it was a real. Whenever anyone stayed with me, it was a real window into kind of.
Yeah, it's very vulnerable.
Well, yeah, it should be, or your other way is just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But it used to fascinate Andy Zaltzman. It fascinated him when we lived together. He was like, I literally saw you walk past the bin and put the fucking tea bag in the sink. And they wouldn't get, a bit like John Richardson, they wouldn't get angry. They were fascinated.
It's like they're observing a zoo animal.
Yeah, completely that.
Yeah,
in the same way that I
definitely.
like going to Las Vegas and I love like a day pool party because I get to watch the zoo.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, look, they're fucking...
Yeah, exactly. It's
incredible.
like being at SeaWorld, you know?
Absolutely.
The observatory.
Feed him with a flat hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, what is your next brilliant thing?
Okay, my next brilliant thing is an activity. It's going downhill. I love going downhill. I hate going uphill. I hate being at the top of a hill. I hate looking at a hill and I have to climb it.
Yeah.
But going downhill is an epic feeling and I love it.
So presumably the Grand Old Duke of York
Yeah.
children's song must have just been traumatic.
Yeah,
for
it just
you.
triggered me.
Just
I had to
keep
leave the
'em-
room.
March them down, you twat.
Yeah.
It's such a weird, isn't it? When they were up, they were up. Yeah, obviously. When they were
obviously.
down, they were down.
Yeah.
And when they were neither halfway up, they were neither
halfway down. It's sort of like, it's kind of
fucking mental.
If that song was a math equation, it would be 1 minus 1 equals 0.
Yeah,
you know.
It's like the other one. It's like there was an old woman that swallowed a fly. I don't know why. Perhaps she'll die. Thanks again.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Thanks. That was informative.
Yeah, it's so weird. So you like being downhill?
I like going downhill.
Do you like sledging? Is that what we're dealing with?
Sledging. I was quite an overweight kid, and me and my overweight
So, like,
brother,
you were
we
like
went
that-
tobogganing, and
Ooh,
I
yeah.
remember like the toboggan guards being so scared because we were like, "Rah!" We were like going downhill much quicker than they were used to. But I just find it I just like it. I think that it doesn't really make sense when people say, oh, my career's going downhill. That's great. You know? That means you're going faster.
Yes.
Means it's less struggle.
Yes.
Just let it happen.
Okay, that's interesting. What is it about? Like, is it that you want to be at the bottom of the hill?
No, I think it's the act of going down. I think it's like, oof. It also is like, I did the work to go up. Now it's time to go down.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
I like going down. I think I prefer just flat.
Yes.
Flat. I just don't like hills. I don't like walking, hiking. I don't mind a sort of like nice walk with a nice latte, walk around the park. If someone's got an amazing piece of gossip to give me and it's sunny, I don't mind that. And everyone's wearing Lululemon leggings, that's kind of quite appealing. But the idea of like putting on a regatta and it's really windy and you've got like a horrible flat little sandwich in your bag and a thermos full of old tea, and it like you taste the tea and it tastes of like 200 years of old tea, like it doesn't actually taste of fresh tea, and you're just sort of marching up and it's boggy. I really hate that. I don't like that. But the going downhill is fine.
Yeah, again, a therapist would have a lot.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Do you like falling?
That's a very good question.
Interesting. Falling. Yeah, I actually think, you know what? I do like falling.
Do you like water parks?
I hate water parks.
Okay.
I don't like,
But
but
the
I think,
crucial thing is going down.
yeah, I guess for me, it's water parks is like the idea of my swimming costume getting caught in the mechanism and then sort of turning into a sort of Christmas ham. Like, I don't know, I don't like the idea of being like, I don't know, in my head I'm like, my swimming costume is gonna get caught in the mechanism and then I'm gonna have like be like death via thong. Like, that's not what I want.
No.
That's global headlines.
Yeah.
It's also it's a really good cocktail.
Yeah.
But that's interesting because I
Do you like being in water?
yeah, and I love a water park. Love it.
Really?
Love it.
The
yeah.
thrill. Do you like
Yeah.
a big drop?
Yeah, and it's not, and it takes me ages to build up the courage to do it. And yeah, I really.
And then when you
enjoy
do it, you immediately want to do it again.
it's just the adrenaline of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
kind of, yeah, it's just I can't wait to do it with my son.
It's a weird sense of achievement as well when you go
Yeah.
on a scary ride and you complete it and you don't die. You sort of feel like, oh, quite thrilling.
And the older you get, it feels very. I don't know. When is it? You probably get to about 8 when you stop going wee as you go down a slide.
Yeah, yeah.
Going on a water park is one of the few things where
Yeah.
there's a visceral noise that comes out of you from doing your thing.
And that's quite nice as well. It kind of gets you out of your head.
Yeah.
Because I'm quite in my head as a person. I'm really sort of thinking all the time. It's quite nice to do things with your body where you're like, ah.
You're being flung.
Yeah, you're being flung.
Have you ever done a bungee jump?
I would never do. Which one's a bungee jump?
That's
Is that like?
down and then we're up and then down.
Is that like those massive trampolines they have in shopping centres?
Yeah, it's that kind of.
Yeah,
vibe.
I think no, I have done them.
No, that's slightly different. A bungee jump, you're on a bridge attached to a big piece of elastic.
God no.
But that's very much going down, and then you do
It
go up,
is.
but then eventually down.
But downhill, like a gentle slope downhill.
Yeah.
But like a deep drop. You know what I hate is like boys that are obsessed with going on holiday and finding a massive rock in the ocean and jumping off a big rock. I think that's a disgrace. I think that's a disgraceful way to spend your time.
In what respect?
Just you're going to break your neck and be paralysed.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I just think it's so people flirting with danger. But then it's weird because I think that my whole life has been kind of flirting with danger by pursuing stand-up. Like, that's quite a risky thing to do with your life. So maybe it's like I hate part of myself that has done that in a different way.
Okay.
But these kind of like jumping off into a free fall. I don't know.
If he is paralysed, the boyfriend of the time, do you feel obliged to then stay with him forever?
Well, God, yeah, for God's sake. Probably you would have to. You can't dump someone.
But you, yeah. Anyways, but I don't know. I know what you mean. That tombstoning, I believe it's called. I remember doing a TV show ages ago, and there was I hung out with some Irish surfers, and then I had to do a stand-up performance to the surfers and see if I could win them over. It was called Tough Gig, and they all did that. And they were like, "Oh yeah, do you want to do it with us?" Nope.
No.
Why would you? It's just wild. And maybe a water park is the safe version of that, which is kind of why I like it. You sort of go, "I'm gonna be all right. I think I'll be fine."
Because a water park is pretty safe.
Yeah, totally. But it's particularly if you're on holiday, why would you swim all that way where you could be eaten by sharks, stung by jellyfish, and then on top of it, you're going to fling yourself down, and now you have to sit on a sun lounger and watch this peril.
Yeah, I hate watching peril.
Yeah, totally.
I think it's how some people feel watching stand-up as well, actually. They can't imagine it going well.
Oh, definitely.
Especially when they're watching me. They're just like, I feel really nervous because I'm like, I can't imagine this. Whereas I don't feel that way at all when I'm watching stand-up.
Because you are in the process of doing... Yeah, but it's that... I've sort of talked to my brother about this a lot, that I think, and also Kenny Dalglish, who's a footballer, said that he was always envious of the people that would watch football because he never got to watch it because he was doing it.
Oh, interesting.
And similar with us, I guess, it's like you don't get the excitement of seeing I don't know if you've got a brother or a sister, that feeling of like seeing your sister do the Albert Hall. Wow, my God, this is so cool, and look at all the people coming in, because your brain is going, do that bit, 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 done, didn't go badly, hooray.
Exactly, and the cogs are whirring so quickly. My brother, the last time he saw me do comedy was I did a gig in a food hall in Manchester that was fully like all of the shops were open and people were milling about and kind of like on dates and like sitting and then
you've done some
and then
shocking gigs.
I know. I just say yes to everything. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I think I also have this like secret thing of like I have to pay my dues. Like I have to do the really tough gigs. I think it's because like people think that I'm like, I don't know, I think people think, oh, she's like a young posh girl, like she's probably like, she doesn't do tough things, and then I'm like, I'll do a food hall, and then obviously they all go so badly.
And bring my brother,
and my brother saw me. They just gave me a microphone, and I didn't even have a stage, and everyone was just eating their dinner, and it was horrendous. There were maybe like 7 people near me that felt sorry for me and sort of were aware that it was a gig and kind of had maybe bought a ticket, but most people hadn't bought a ticket. And my brother just stood at the back, and I saw him laugh so hard that I saw like parts of his mouth I've never seen before. I saw like bits where he's like had like teeth like fillings and stuff, and I was like, I've never seen your mouth in that way. Because just watching me like flail and just completely fail to do something that is my ultimate dream.
Can you imagine that joy? Is he older?
3 years older. Yeah.
Exactly. It gets even better.
Yeah.
There isn't a big. Because imagine if your brother was in a similar situation.
Yeah.
And you're at the back of the room, it would be just beautiful.
It would be beautiful. It would be amazing.
Yeah.
It would be. I think he started dancing halfway through. I think he started going like this.
Yeah, exactly. Just becomes Michael Flatley.
Yeah.
Jesus, I've made him move. Yeah, no, I know. It's oh God, it must be so extraordinary. To see your sibling fail when you're used to them being great, and then you have those moments of like, look at this.
And like I can't wait for the car. I can't wait to be in the car. And just say, do you remember when you said that and no one cared?
Yeah.
And then do you remember when you did that and no one cared?
Yeah. And
also, it was like one of those gigs where you sort of you have an intention of a set, and then it all goes pear-shaped, and then you're like, right, I'm just gonna.
What are you eating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna talk to them, and then that's even worse.
Yeah.
Because I'm eating my dinner, and I don't know why I've got a microphone.
Yeah, there's just people. What? And in my mind's eye, they're all eating jacket potatoes.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But
out of like a polystyrene little thing.
Yeah. It's just like.
And they had their like little black buzzer things that go off when your food's ready. So that was just constantly interrupting the set, you know?
Jeez.
People were just there were just like 200 people having a full conversation at full volume. And then this like young, vulnerable woman with a microphone being like, so isn't it weird how anyone on the apps? And it's like, no, shut up.
I'm on the food app.
Yeah, I'm on the food app. Yeah, I'm
exactly.
on the QR code for the menu. But I kind of did enjoy it in a way. I love bombing.
Do you?
I think because it's like, I'm going to survive this, and then it's proof that I can do it. I think if you can survive bombing, if you can... Because there's almost part of me when I'm in the middle of a really bad bomb, I'm just like, wow, this is what it is. This is what it actually is.
Where do you think that comes from, that sort of that inner steel?
I don't know. Do you like bombing?
No, I'm very.
You hate it?
Yeah, I kind of. Yeah,
I think maybe it proves that I'm in it for me.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of like I see the value in it, like later on, but I feel like white hot shame of
Yeah.
like, oh god, this I just can't get there.
I think I feel pride, actually.
Do you?
Yeah, I feel a weird, like, people didn't like it.
I think I'm more entertainer than artist. I just
definitely.
feel this kind of. I feel the.
You have
ick.
to decide where you are on the spectrum as well, between entertainer and artist as well.
Yeah, and this all sounds a bit, but I guess anyone who's in any kind of creative sort of thing, you go, oh, okay, who am I doing this for? And I think I'm doing it for them more than myself.
Yeah.
But I love when people do it for themselves.
I think I am overall doing it for them, but I think it's like sometimes, occasionally, when I bomb, I'm like, okay, this actually. At the end of the day, I think I love being here and I'm putting myself here no matter what.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's that steel of your folks. Do they watch you?
Never.
They've never seen
Never
you?
been to a show.
They've
never
never
been to a show.
Wowzers.
They couldn't.
Why is that?
They don't. They really, really support me, but I think that they know I would fuck up so much if they were in.
I see.
And I think they've watched me, like when I do TV and stuff, they watch, and when I do radio, they watch, and like they read stuff and whatever. But I think they just don't want to. When it's live, I'm really weird with people knowing who's in the audience.
Yes.
I absolutely can't cope. I can never know if reviewers are in.
Yeah, of course.
If I'm like dating someone, they can't come for like years. I can't.
Yeah.
It just makes me.
Yeah, of course.
It makes me fuck up. It gets me in my head. Some people love knowing.
Yeah.
And some people have to know, but I have to go out and they have to be this amorphous blob of people that I'm just trying to make them laugh. And I have to think it's fun rather than thinking it's a challenge.
Yeah, of course. It's funny because I was always like that, and it took me years and years and years, and then I don't know what happened, but it's quite a nice feeling when you come out the other side of that paranoia. I sound like an old man, but and then it becomes really exciting when you have mates and family in, because you're, as well as making the crowd laugh, you're making your sister laugh or your uncle or whatever it may be. Quite a nice feeling, but it takes years, or it took me years to get to that level of like, don't fuck up, don't fuck up, don't fuck up. I'm not going to fuck up.
Or also like if they come and it happens to be like a bit more of a mediocre gig, they will forgive you and not be like, ugh, yuck. I think that's what my fear is.
What is your final brilliant thing, Bella?
My final brilliant thing is fossils.
Okay.
I really love fossils. As a kid, I used to go to Lyme Regis a lot on holiday.
Oh, yeah, I know Lyme Regis. The Jurassic Coast.
Yeah, the Jurassic Coast, where my grandma was evacuated, so we would go there all the time. And that's like a fossil HQ. They've got so many there.
All right.
I love...
This is the war, not sexual.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry. This is where Granny got evacuated. Fucking hell, it takes me back.
And that's why we go there all the time, just commemorate it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm sorry. So go on.
We all got evacuated there.
That's quite a cool trip to go on, though. To like, in all seriousness, to kind of go, this is where...
Yeah, I like that. And what I like about a fossil is kind of like, God, this is so old. It's like older than you can possibly imagine. And I quite like that. Kind of puts everything in perspective. I also like fossils because they're kind of like evidence of extinct creatures. It's kind of wet and slimy. I quite like wet, slimy stuff, I guess. It's kind of, I don't know, it's old and it's rocky and there's something comforting about a fossil.
Yeah, it must be. And it also looks unbelievably sort of ASMR when they do that kind of brush.
Oh my God.
You know, when they're just like slowly revealing the spine of a T-Rex.
Oh my God, it's incredible.
Must be a good 3-month period of just slowly brushing.
I get loads of fossil stuff on my TikTok, actually.
Do you?
Loads of fossils, loads of people discovering opals and like cutting them open, deciding where to cut them open to get the best like exposure of the gem. I love all that stuff. Yeah, I'm really into like stones and rocks and crystals.
I was going to say, you've got a real array of rings.
Yeah, I've got lots of different rings on. I don't know, I just quite like sort of gems and little sparkly things.
Yep, I see that.
Kind of quite like a little bird. I also think with stand-up, like your hands are quite important, especially for a woman as well. Sort of like, you want to look like you've got something too. You probably don't think that at all.
Why are your hands important if you're a woman?
Because you're like holding the mic.
Yeah, but
I
so
don't know.
am I don't understand.
Yeah, I know.
But what,
I think I just like decorating my fingers, really.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So it's that. Yeah. It's kind of. Have you got a tattoo?
No tattoos.
No. So you go.
I don't think I have. Nothing has happened to me that's been like, that is a tattoo worthy experience.
Yeah, it's weird that, isn't it? I'm the same, and yet I mean I've had stuff happen to me.
So amazing.
That you kind of think, I should do that, and yet it's like, well,
And
I've got through life,
Yeah.
and not been that person.
Yeah.
And it's sort of that thing of like, I know it, and I'll always know it. So is this just display? So
And what you think it's like.
Tattoo is going, look at me.
Look at me, I've had a life. Look at the life I've had.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
And you kind of go, well, I know the life I've had.
Exactly.
I mean,
Also, I'm a
my
woman
dad-
of so many phases.
Yes.
I often am like really intensely one person for a few months, and then a few years later, I'm really not that person at all. And it's not that I feel shame towards that person, but it's just I'm not that person anymore. So I don't want the ink forever permanent stain of like that person. I want to be able to like be free and move on.
Yeah. I remember my dad said something, well, I was probably about 14, that somebody tried to put a name tag on his desk, and my dad was like, I don't fucking need that. I know my name.
Right, yeah.
My mum gave you my name.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking,
Gilding the lily a bit.
That's quite a nice way of living your life. And then he told me to go to my room. What is your? So you say these TikToks, these fossil like what is it like? Because TikTok is very quick, short blast.
It's
so
like
how are they?
soothing? It's maybe like a 3-minute TikTok, which is quite long for TikTok. That's basically like a novel.
Yeah.
On TikTok, that's like fucking Ulysses. But it's like they brush it. Yeah, they brush the dust off.
Yeah.
And then they're kind of talking you through what it is. Maybe they wet the rock a bit, and then they're shaving it. They've got these like big mechanisms, these big
Yeah, that
metal
must be good.
shavers, and then they're just shaving it down so it's really flat, and then you can see it just unveils this ancient creature.
Yeah.
I think there's something quite nice about their like being custodians of the past. It's like there's something quite precious about these historical little creatures that just were swimming around millions of years ago, and then there are people that are like, it's like the opposite of introspection, I guess. It's like looking out into the world and being like, look at this thing that was so old.
Yeah.
I don't know, I quite like it.
No, I'm with you. I find them fascinating.
If you look at a chalk cliff,
Mm.
the chalk cliff, all of the chalk, every bit of it is the bones of dead animals.
Wow.
And then when there's flints, they come in lines in the chalk cliff, right? When you go and look at a chalk cliff, and they'll all be in a line, because that's where there was suddenly loads of oxygenation in the ocean, and the flints are all sea sponges
Wow.
from that moment of hundreds of thousands of years, and then it goes back to just dead animals for ages, and then you get another
Yeah.
one when they would have been beautiful and colourful, and then it's just like dead little animals for ages.
Makes me feel calm, actually.
So it's like a rocky lasagna.
Yeah,
it is,
rocky
it is.
lasagna.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
I can also tell you about the largest fossilised human shit, if you like.
Please
Well,
do.
I'm in.
So this is the Jorvik coprolite. It's called the Lloyd's Bank coprolite because it was found under Lloyd's Bank in York.
Love it.
Right, okay.
And it's from the 9th century, and it's 20 centimetres long and 5 centimetres wide.
That is girthy.
It's
God.
enormous.
And who did that?
A Viking.
A Viking.
Yeah.
How big were Vikings? Massive.
Their specifically their anuses were,
Okay. 100%.
but they were really small.
Right. Small man, massive anus.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? So he had a shit, and
Probably quite healthy if it's all in one piece.
Absolutely. Yeah. Someone dropped it in 2003 and they glued it back together and put it back on display.
Someone dropped it.
Yeah.
who was manhandling a big old shit?
Yeah.
Like what a
You
weird
gotta
thing.
be careful.
Just leave it.
Just leave it.
Like, do you know what I mean? This is not the time to juggle.
Yeah,
like,
it's
why?
not the time,
What
no.
a weird fucking thing. Why? I told you not to get it out. Why are you even getting it out?
The oldest fossilised penis is 100 million years old.
Wow.
Belongs to a crustacean called an ostracod in Brazil.
Ostracod.
It's 1 millimetre long.
Right.
And he'd be disappointed to know that we're still talking about it 100 million years
God,
later.
yeah.
So he was
He was like, drop it, guys.
he was the original grower.
1 millimetre long.
Yeah.
God. Would be tough.
That would be tough. Absolutely. Isn't there like Rasputin's cock is?
Yeah,
knocking
apparently it
about?
had loads of warts on it.
Did it?
Which was, and women liked that. It was all like ribbed for her pleasure.
Oh yeah. I didn't know it had warts on it.
Yeah, I think my mum told me that, and I was like, "Thanks for having me."
Anyway, enjoy school.
Anyway,
so
have a
do-
great day in year
yeah,
one.
do well in geography.
Anyway,
Sat
your washing's at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Very good. What a lovely chat. That
Thanks
was
so much for
excellent.
having me.
good luck in Edinburgh. I'm sure
Thank
it'll go
you.
amazingly.
Thanks.
You have 9 weeks to write your show.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Bella Holt.